dive into this today. Let's chase this rainbow, okay? The rainbow we're chasing today is accountability modes self-control. Why do I say that? There are situations you're going to be in life, and every situation is very different, but every situation has the same type of components. There are two components to every situation: the things that I can control and the things that I cannot control. Those are the two components that make up a situation. Okay, it doesn't matter if the situation is good, doesn't matter if the situation is bad, it doesn't matter if it's a neutral situation where you really don't have a feeling about whatever's happening at the moment, but the two components still remain. Those components are, can I control it, or can I not control it? The reason I say that it helps mold self-control is because at any point in your life, you hold yourself accountable for the things that you can control, and you throw away those things that you cannot control. Not throw them away, because they're still going to be there, but you don't focus on those. You focus on the things that you can control. That is self-control all day. You've learned how to control self with only focusing on the things that you can control. I'm telling you, it's so easy to focus on those things that you cannot control. Well, she said this, he did that, they went here without, they did I won't. Like, those things, that's unnecessary. Those aren't things that you can control. So what if they did? So what if he said? So what if she did? What difference does it make? The difference that matters is how you control what you did, how you handled the situation. You have to be accountable for the things that you do. You have to be accountable for the decisions you made. Have you ever walked into a situation and been like, dang, this happened because I responded like this, or I reacted like this, or I'm the one that chose to say these words versus asking this question? Have you ever thought that you walked into a situation and you got what you got because of what you did? Whether it be good or bad. You could walk into a situation and run your mouth into $1 million. Did you hold yourself accountable for what you said that created that so you can recreate it? You can walk into a situation and run your mouth into a jail cell. Did you hold yourself accountable for what you said and what you didn't say? Or what about the actions that you took? Did you hold yourself accountable for being happy today, or did you only hold yourself accountable for being pissed off at the world and what they did? Did you hold yourself accountable? Like, what did self do? The great thing about self-control is accountability will help create that. If you're accountable for the things that you do, and the way that you live, and the way that you walk, and the way that you talk, and the way that you think, if you're accountable for all of those things, you will be mindful of the things that come out. You will be mindful of the way you live. You will be mindful of what you show people. There wouldn't be a face to put on. Why put on a face when you can just be you? So, let's talk about accountability a little bit after I done went down a rabbit hole of everything else. Y'all know I'm good for these rabbit holes now. I will fall and go all the way through till I find another way out. But let's talk about what accountability is. Accountability is responsibility or a lack thereof. You have to be responsible for yourself. You have to only look at how self created that situation, and then once you figure out how you created that situation, you can either go all in, or you can do nothing, or you can go back and make your wrongs right. At the end of the day, what you do matters. What you do to you matters. So stop worrying about what everybody else does. Stop worrying about how everybody else feels. Stop worrying about what everybody else says. And people are cruel. They're going to say some stuff. They're going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. Okay? Or even if you're not doing nothing at all, they're going to talk about you then too. So at the end of the day, don't worry about people. I can't say it won't hurt. Sometimes the stuff people say hurt. When people lie on you, that stuff hurts. But don't worry about that. What can you control? You can't control what people say. You can't control how people feel. You can't control what people do. You can control what you say. You can control how you feel. You can control what you do. Now, some emotions, you have to just rock through that process. You have to rock through that process. But I promise you, if you're accountable for those emotions and you allow yourself to feel them, you will mold self-control, and that character that you build in the process of that learning will surpass everything that you even thought you could get to. See, one thing you have to understand about accountability and self-control is it creates character. And character always comes out when it's necessary. What type of character are you carrying around? How responsible are you for that character? Are you really telling yourself how to live on a daily basis? Or are you putting on a face because you think that's what everybody else wants to see? Just be you. Just be you. Because let me tell you something about you. An original is always worth more than a copy, so don't you copy nobody. You always be the original. Create the original in yourself by accountability that's molding the self-control that you need to keep going through everyday life and living everyday life. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have goods, you're going to have bads, you're going to have neutrals. You're going to be happy, you're going to be sad, you're going to feel good, you're going to have some pain. But at the end of the day, be accountable for your response. Be accountable for your actions. Be accountable for what you think. Be accountable for how you move. Hold yourself accountable. Allow that to mold self-control, because that's what it's going to do. After you figure out you can do it, you're going to realize you can do it all the time. And then you're going to start utilizing it without even realizing you're utilizing it. That's self-control. That's one of the fruits of the Spirit. So, we done chased this rainbow from cloud to cloud. The pot of gold lies with you. Just be accountable for self. Don't worry about anything else. Being accountable for self will create self-control. Self-control will create character, and character will build a bomb-ass person. So just be you, because you're worth being you. And you is what somebody else needs. So be accountable, be mindful, be loving, be kind, but always be you, because can't nobody else do it like you can. I'll check y'all later.